What up, y'all? It's your man Wayne Trainer. We back on the hunt again. Today we got the Ringke Slim case for the Z Fold 2. Will this be the one? Can this be the one? We gonna find out. Let's get it. Now, if y'all know I go by the name Wayne Train. My real name is Dwayne Mims. You can search it up at the top. It might be easier to find your boy that way, but we do tech videos over here, unboxings, all kinds of stuff involving the world of tech. Now, if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing to your boy. Z Fold 2 case hunt continues. Ringke Slim. So, by the end of this video, we will find out if this is the one, or if it's A1, if it's something that, you know, will get you by, or if it's trash. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start off with the application of the case. So putting it on, it's just a case. Easy to put on, whatever, but there are a few little details about the case that are pretty unique, I guess. There's a couple of adhesive strips. If you peel them back, you'll notice that they're actually not adhesive strips. They are just non-slip strips. So don't get that confused. If you do take it off and touch them or whatever and realize that they're not that sticky, it's because they're not adhesive strips. They are only for non-slip prevention. So, and that's really only beneficial on the front side of it to me. The back side snaps in really well. I wouldn't really worry about that slipping off or whatever. The front side actually snaps on pretty well as well, but just for the added bonus, it gives you that little non-slip peace of mind or whatever. I would have probably wanted better adhesive, I guess, in theory, but typically I don't really like the idea of putting adhesive on my phone, especially an expensive one like the Z Fold 2. Just seems pretty rinky-dink, you know, put together. I don't know, just don't like the idea of it. But regardless, looking on the inside of the case as well, there's no backing to it to offer you some better protection of the case against the phone. So be wary of that. Make sure when you're putting it on, there's no debris or anything, because you're probably going to scratch up the back of that phone, seeing how hard it is and how brittle it is. But aside from that, snaps on really well, comes off pretty easy as well, and no issues there. Now, the case itself doesn't really offer any drop protection. It is a standard plastic case, mainly, in my opinion, mainly for aesthetics. Now, checking out the actual case itself, the cutouts and everything are in order. Everything's in the right spot. We got cutouts for the mic and stuff on the bottom, and your speaker grill and everything. Moving it over here to the hinge. Nothing there, obviously. Same thing at the top. Got the mic at the top, speaker grill on the top, and then on the side here with the fingerprint scanner and the volume up and down rocker. Nice bit of space. Does offer you enough space to be able to access your fingerprint scanner without an issue, as well as being able to use the swipe gesture on the fingerprint scanner if you're somebody who uses that. For me, what I was finding a problem without any case, when I open up my device and I had that feature on, I would always swipe down my notification shade. But with this case, I noticed that opening it up, the thickness of the case allows me to be able to, you know, kind of dodge my thumb from touching the fingerprint scanner and giving it that initial swipe. So I don't believe that they put that or thought that or had that in mind when constructing the case, but just something to know, that that's what happened, or that's an added bonus, or just something else to know that's kind of like an added bonus. So camera cutout as well is pretty nice. You got pretty even cutout. You can lay it down on the back without worried about cutting up the camera lens or whatever, so you're all good there. There's also a little bump on the bottom. I think it's raised to the same depth as the camera cutout, so again, just an added bonus to be able to keep your phone from hitting that camera bump, and you know, I think it also, once you have it face down on that, it doesn't rock back and forth, so also pretty cool. So moving over to the front, this is where things get a little bit nasty for the Z Fold 2 in the Ringke case. Now, as a consumer, we typically, you know, we ask for the full screen display and everything, not knowing that that kind of had a bad effect on what would happen with cases. So going forward, you know, as a consumer and as somebody who enjoys tech, I'm probably going to lay back on really going hard on companies for not offering a better solution to this, because they don't really have much room to work with, thinking about it. There's only a very thin bezel to really work with, and on top of that, the folding aspect of the phone hinders it as well. So we've kind of like put ourselves in a bad spot. This is really what we got here. This might be the best that we can do, aside from maybe, you know, strengthening the materials used, maybe something a little bit more sturdy. I don't know, like maybe we can change in that aspect, but when it comes to just using a straight plastic material, I can't see much better in the horizon. I definitely don't see anything better from rubberized anything. Like it's all gonna be pretty much the same. That same lift from the back end close to the hinge, that's gonna lift up and down a little bit. It's gonna have a little bit of movement because of the thinness of that material. It doesn't really have any structure there. Same thing on the front. My biggest issue is opening the fold, and it just kind of feels like the case might pop off when opening it, and you know, it's a bummer, man. Like I said, it sucks that that's what we got to go through, but at the same time, I'm not too mad at it. I'm not too mad at it anymore, only because it allows me to actually use the phone the way it was intended to. I'm not really sure if Samsung intended on having a ton of case options in the beginning anyway. So if this is what it's got to be, this is what it's got to be. It's going to force me to really just look for new options of protecting the phone. So I do have a video coming out for some best accessories for the Z Fold 2, so stay tuned for that. In that video, we'll talk about some other options and some good accessories that I would suggest for you guys. So be on the lookout for that video. I might be trying to get that video out this week, so we'll see. But anyway, all in all though, the Ringke Slim case is not a bad case. If I had to rank it amongst the ones that I've tried, I would say it would lie at number 2, with the casemate being basically non-existent and the Samsung Aramid carbon fiber case being number 1. Seeing that, you know, that offers the kickstand, and I love the carbon fiber, so that's kind of why I got that ranked number 1. The Ringke does offer very similar, you know, protection. It's a little bit thicker than the Aramid carbon fiber case on the backside, and it does give you a front. Even though the front is not as functional as I would like it to be, it is there. So I will be using it. You know, I'm not gonna take it, but I'm not gonna send it back. Even with the thickness of this case, you still get wireless charging as well, so no problem there. And yeah, so the only other downside though to this case that I want to point out is if you like to use the edge feature, the edge functions on your Galaxy devices, you might have a hard time swiping because of how thick that is on the front part of the screen. It's a little hard to access that edge, but you know, it is what it is. You can still access it, you just gotta be more mindful of trying to get aim right at that. So anyway, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this case if you are a Z Fold 2 owner. Also, if you know any cases that are out, let me know. I'll definitely go check them out, try them out. So anyway, it's your man Wayne Train. I'm out.